So, Dr. Ramos, we have all seen your commercials, your billboards all around town, and they say that you're both a medical doctor as well as an attorney. So, talk to us a little bit more about your medical background.
Oh, well, so I did medicine first. That's my first love, so to say. In fact, it's what got me to Colorado. I came here to train at Denver Medical Center in their emergency medicine and trauma program. And then, of course, fell in love with the Rocky Mountains and all the beauty around here, the city. First time I was in a state at that point that it had a pro team. So that was pretty cool. And then just stayed and started practicing medicine here. Worked at the University Hospital as an attending physician, and then at Lutheran Medical Center, and then, of course, Denver Health, which I said for probably 15 years total.
Wonderful. Now, how does being a doctor really help how you care for people as an attorney?
Well, that's a big question. There are many ways. The first is that I feel like I have an understanding, a compassion for people that is different. I've been there with people at the time of death, been the person taking care of them when that happens, taking care of people with severe injuries. And so I get that part. And I also get what families go through when they get big, huge medical bills and how that must feel. And then, I relate that to law. The two, for me, kind of played together naturally. And I don't know, I just feel in touch with the people more. I would say that's the biggest difference.
It sounds like you really loved being a doctor. Did you also just really love being in school? What kind of drove you to become an attorney?
It's funny. My wife told me, she said, if I want to do anything else, she's going to get me a library card.
Okay.
So that's the deal we have. But no, I do love school and I love learning. But the biggest thing for me was I love medicine. In fact, if God came down and said you can only do one thing, I would do medicine. I love being a doctor. I love taking care of people. But as a doctor and working in emergency departments and level 1 trauma centers, you're always basically testifying. Car crashes, people getting burned, people slipping and falling, various types of injuries. And so what do? They call doctors in to testify. And I was testifying a lot. I've testified over 100 times as an expert witness where I was the doctor. In fact, I've testified for most every major law firm in this town as their expert. And time again, as I was going, I just felt like people's story wasn't getting told. Get a story. To understand what happened to someone, you have to ask them the questions. You have to ask the expert the questions. You have to ask that person the questions. And I'm kind of a justice guy. Like a sense of fairness is very important to me. And I didn't feel sometimes like that was coming out.
Is there a big difference between how people view insurance between medicine and the law?
Oh, that's a great question. So here's the thing with insurance. So with your health insurance, if you go to a doctor, you're like reaching for your insurance card. You want to give it to them and, you're happy you have health insurance. You don't mind if it gets billed. As an attorney, we frequently see people that are coming in and they don't want to use their insurance. There's been just like this, industry-wide fear that using your auto insurance is a bad thing. And, we pay for it. We pay for insurance, and the people who hit people pay for insurance. And that's what it's there for, to take care of you should you ever need it, just like health insurance. But the two perspectives are quite different. People really will happily use their health insurance and in a very resistant form, even when they're at fault, not want to use their auto insurance.
Okay. Well, before I let you go, let's learn a little bit more about you, just on a personal note. What are some of your core values and how do you feel that guides you?
How does it guide me? First of all, it's everything. I wouldn't practice law or medicine without being real. And, the realness of my life is pretty basic. I have a cube that sits on my desk that another doctor gave me, Dr. Jim Hoven. And it's one of those glass cubes, it's engraved on each side. And it says, and he gave it to me after knowing me. And it perfectly embodies what I believe in. It's faith, family, health. And that's really the core of how I base everything I do. It first starts with my faith. I don't do anything outside of my beliefs. I respect everybody's beliefs, but I have my own, and I certainly respect mine. And my family, I love my family. And that's not just my family at home, my core family, but my work family. I really, really care for them deeply and meaningfully. And health, I believe in people's health. And it's one of the reasons I love doing both law and medicine. I'm helping people with their health. And you go through a lot of things in life, but there's one thing that you keep forever, and it's your health, right? Your body. And so it's nice to be a part of that in people's lives.
Dr. Ramos, it was a pleasure talking with you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Pleasure. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun.